and it is EPATANTE who was quickened away like a superstar as they race up towards the line. How impressive is she?
But that's as impressive first start for any champion hurdler that I've seen.
When asked her to go, she picked up like a champion hurdler should.
It's relief as much as anything, but it shows that, you know, everything she did last year, there was no fluke about it.
I've got shivers watching that, Ed.
Want to jump in the champion hurdle. It's Darva Star in the centre who's come through the lead, but EPATANTE covers the move. Here's Sharjah down the near side, joining in the final flight. EPATANTE jump to the front, goes on one length from Darva Star. Sharjah now launching his challenge on the near side, halfway up the running. EPATANTE is in front, and she's not for catching. Driven out by Barry Geraghty. It's a birthday winner for JP McManus as EPATANTE takes the champion hurdle, and it's a record-breaking festival success for Nicky Henderson.
Jerry actually rode her here in the gallop with Altuve and said, you know, sort of 3 out, he didn't wonder really what it was all about. Is she really that good? And then just pressed a button and off she goes.
Scullin is like a champion hurdler. She barely bends her knees. She's got a real flat, straight back. She's real quick.
But look, we were hopeful she'd win like that, and she was super. She travelled, she jumps brilliant, and when I asked her to go, she really picked up. So yeah, delighted.
It was a mess of a race, yes, but so was a good dipstick and a good marker.
Be happy? Yeah, look, obviously, first 2 hurdles, like a novice hurdle, wasn't it? But that's just the way it goes. Poor old Silver Streak. To be fair, all credit must go to So Royale, really. What a genuine horse he must be, because I was able to just follow him and let Darrell worry about all that, because and Darrell and So Royale negotiated their way around perfectly. It was like riding in a cross-country race.
She did go past. I mean, Darrell said, I couldn't believe a horse would go past me going that fast. He said, I wasn't stopping. He said, this thing just didn't. That was it. He said, I couldn't even pick my stick up in time to give it a smack, because it was game over already.
It's absolutely fantastic. And hope the Christmas hurdle next, and more winners for you, Aidan. And honestly, watching that, it put shivers on people's necks. It really did.
It was great. Thank you. Cheers.
Well done.
Silver Streak was desperately unlucky. No doubt he'll come back and attack us in the Christmas hurdle. But that's where we'll be going.
Back looking for it, you watched her with Barry Geraghty, even the parade ring in Cheltenham, how relaxed she was. She wasn't that way in Kempton. For whatever reason, I don't know, but something was annoying her. And when the race started, Aidan Coleman was well aware of what Adam Wedge was going to do, and he popped off a couple of lengths just behind him. But watch her head all the way to the first hurdle, how it's moving, always. She didn't settle into Aidan's hands. She's almost like she's fighting with him, and jumping the first hurdle, watch how her head flies up in the air. I don't know why, but it looked like something was annoying EPATANTE. And then Silver Streak took full advantage of whatever that was. Adam Wedge dictated, not mad fractions, he went a good even gallop. Silver Streak's a brilliant jumper. And at the third last, Silver Streak pinged it, EPATANTE missed, and it was like Adam Wedge could hear the crash behind him, because he immediately stepped on the gas and quickened into the bend and made Aidan Coleman chase him. And by the time they got to the second last, EPATANTE had run her race to try and run down Silver Streak, who was able to maintain it all the way home.
But it was a career best by Silver Streak, and the time backs it up 3:47, and Ballyandy is back 7 or 8 lengths behind her. So, albeit she looked as if she didn't travel as well as she should, and travelling is her trump card, if you like. You know, she didn't turn up at her best maybe, but I'd say she'd need to be at her best to beat him. And I love her to bits, and she's a brilliant filly, but she's more to contend with this year, I think. It's you know, you said the champion hurdle picture got slightly turned on its head. It got completely turned on its head between Leopardstown and Kempton. You know, she was very good in Newcastle. I would have expected improvement far from last season to this season, but I think she faces a stiffer challenge this year, and Silver Streak is definitely a better horse, and how he ran and how he performed in Kempton was for me a long way ahead of anything he's done before.
Please.